In this video, let's see an advanced part of repeat block in continuation with the previous use case. These are previously completed playlist and now we are continuing with this playlist. Here we will learn how to add conditional logic in repeat block followed by a practice exercise and some sample interview questions. In previous video, we started with this use case customer onboarding and we have implemented the first requirement. Now in the same part, now we have another requirement where it says whenever we are adding the multiple contacts to business account, each contact having some specific role, and we need to gather role specific information in the same repeat block. And for that we need to develop a OmniScript to show role specific questions dynamically. What does it mean? Let me show you in the org what is the requirement again. If you are not understood, I will repeat here once again. As in the last video, I mentioned some practice exercise. Similarly, I have also done it. I added this site, annual revenue, email to contact as well. So these new input blocks or text I have added. One more I have added here, role. It's a pick list using the select element. Already I have explained this how to use the select element in my one of the previous video. If you want, you can watch it again. What does this role says? In this project use case, each contact having some specific role. For example, primary contact, decision maker, technical contact, etc. And all these roles hold some specific information. For example, if I select decision maker, then I want to ask him, if you are a decision maker, then tell me what kind of authorities you do have, whether to approve budget, contract or both. So if someone is selecting decision maker as a role, I also need to ask this question, or I also need to gather answer to this question. Or involved in purchasing decision, yes, no. If I select role as a primary contact, then I need to ask what's your preferred communication channel, email or phone. So what role you are selecting out of this 5, based on that these questions will get displayed in the same contact form or in the same repeat block. That's the requirement. Now how to implement this? So how to implement this repeat block? So here whatever the role we select, conditionally we need to show the question. So that's what the whole story. Now I'm going here. First of all, add all the questions and then we will make it conditional. This is not a normal conditional execution. Thus give the condition in the conditional execution and display it. This is the conditional implementation in the repeat block. So we need to change something here. Let's see what we need to change it. So first I'm trying to add the questions here. For example, the first question for the primary contact, what's your preferred communication channel? So label will be like this. Let's say here email, or his channel is phone. Save it. Another question we can add for another role, approval authority level. You can make the changes. If you want this horizontal or button group, you can say like that. Accordingly we can make a change. Let's add question, what's your approval authority level? It's a budget or contract or both. Let me add here some values. I can say contract, and we can add one more, both. Let's add one more question quickly so that I will be able to explain you how to show these questions conditionally. Technical expertise level. I will implement for 3 roles. Remaining 2 you can try on your own. So I can say developer, or I can say architect. Save it. What else? admin as well, we can add it. Okay, so we have added these three questions and we need to display these three questions conditionally. Okay, the first thing, let's check whether are we able to see the questions or not. Okay, so let it load. We can see these three questions. Now what we want, if I select primary contact, then I must be able to see only preferred communication channel and not these two. If I select technical contact, I should be able to see only one, technical expertise level, and not any other things. So I want to make this conditional. So first I will do a normal conditional, how to add the condition. Then I will show you again what's the issue with that. Then finally we will add what exactly is required here. The first thing, I want to show this question based on the value of the role. So I'm selecting this role name. Where is this role field? This field is under or inside the block property. So contacts, sorry, I'm going here, contacts, and this colon. So contacts colon role, whatever the value of this, accordingly show this question. So let's add condition here, and this question will be shown to the primary contact. Primary contact. This we need to show here value, not the label. So value is having primary without space contact. Similarly here, if I add this, and what's the role? It's a decision maker. Save it. Similarly, I will add last one, role, and it's a technical contact. Let's save it and we can test it then. I think it's not saved previous one. Don't know. Let me add quickly what mistake I did. This is for decision maker. Saving it. Okay, now this time it's saving. Then here contact role, then it's a primary contact. Save it. Okay, so this question or this information will be visible whenever contact role is primary contact. This will be visible when decision maker, and finally this will be whenever we select role as a technical contact. This is what we are expecting, but here is also some issue. Let me show you first of all a preview why this will not work as expected. Let's select some role. Now we are not able to see any question. Okay, let's select the role primary contact. Yeah, we are able to see the question of primary contact. If I select decision maker, yes, we can select, we can able to see approval authority level, correct question or correct information, same as the technical contact. Then you will say what is missing here. Let me add one more contact, add it. Now you can see here, the moment I added one more contact, technical contact question is not visible here. Even you select primary contact, its question will not be visible. So what was working? That was working only for one contact. If we add multiple contacts, that method or that approach is not working at all. And this is the issue, and that we will fix it now. What you are supposed to do? First of all, what's the root cause of this? Root cause is, this is a block, or I can say repeat block, which is repeating this contact information. So when it's getting repeated for 1, 2, 3 contacts, then what happen? If we select the first contact, it's showing the correct question, correct information for the first contact. It's correct. Okay, so this conditional is for this first contact role. The moment you add another contact, there is a confusion. Which contact role I shall select or I shall take for conditional execution, whether the contact 1 role or whether the contact to role, because we have added only contacts colon role only, but not for specific contact 1 or contact 2. And that's the root cause here. We are not able to show specific question based on the contact role. How to solve this problem? What we want this conditional execution based on specific contact role, or in general I can say, if there are multiple iterations of these contacts, if I'm selecting the role of the first contact, it's a first iteration. If I'm selecting the role of second contact, it's a second iteration. So we need to give here condition based on the iteration. How? Let's see. Here we mention the contacts colon role. So Salesforce is saying us, whenever you want to give condition based on the specific role of specific contact or iteration, then give the pipe and n. It shows that which role of the current iteration contact role or current contact role. Let's save it, and same changes we need to do here as well. Let's add. You will see why am I adding for contacts only, because contact is a name of the block. You can see here contacts is a name of this block, hence I'm adding this condition, or I'm adding this pipe n after the contact. So pipe n. Now let's see whether this will work or not. Let me check whether it's get save or not. Yeah, I can see it's saved everywhere. Let it load and we will test it now. If I select primary contact, yes, I'm able to see the primary contact role related information, but this was showing previously as well. Let me add one more contact, add it. Now it's still there. Still I'm able to see first contact role and its information. If I select second role decision maker, I can see its information specific to decision maker only. What's the approval authority level, budget, contact, or both. Let me add one more contact. Here I will select technical contact. Then I am able to see information related to technical contact role. So in all the three contacts, role specific information I am able to see, and there is no any other mistake here, or we are able to see expected roles and their specific information. If you add n number of contacts, then also this will work. So this is what expected in this use case. We need to develop OmniScript to show role specific questions dynamically for each contact and inside the repeat block. So what's the learning here? Learning is pipe n. This is the learning only. Otherwise we all are aware how to give conditional execution or how to add condition to specific element. That's very simple. Contacts colon role, but this pipe n plays role here inside the repeat block. And similarly here we can see all this information will be collected in this array. Now if you understood this, what I would like to suggest you, I have some n number of questions like this. For a practice purpose, you can add all these questions. For example, for primary contact, there are 2 questions. I have added one. You can add one more questions. There are some more roles as well. For each role, you can add all these questions so that it will be a hands-on practice for you. So that's the first practice exercise. You can do it to learn and understand it in better way. If needed, you can rewatch the video. For all the questions I will add in the description, you can see that. Second one, now we are showing the question conditionally based on the role selected. Now this is similar one. If contact role is decision maker, show budget authority field as well. You need to add one more text field there, and that text field will be conditional based on the contact role. Similarly, if role is primary contact, show mandatory contact number field. It's exactly the same what we have done here. Here I am showing the radio element here. Similarly, what you can do, you can show one of the field here. Just add here one of the field and make it conditional based on the same kind of conditions. So it will be a good practice for you. I will also do along with you. I will add all the changes offline and you will be able to see all the changes implemented in the next video. Based on this discussion, you can try answering these questions. Feel free to comment your answers. In case if you have any questions, add it in the comment. I will try to answer it immediately. If you want to share any scenario details or screenshots to me, please message me on the LinkedIn page. Details are given here. In the next video, what we will do, we will add one data raptor post here, because currently what is happening, we are showing this multiple contacts, we are giving the inputs, but it's not getting saved at backend in the contact object. Now we will add one data raptor here to save it. So let's continue in the next video, and if you understand something in this video, kindly subscribe the channel, like and share it, or if you want me to create a video on specific topic, let me know topic in the comment section. I will try my best to create a base video on that topic. Thank you.